Welcome to my stables. I am the DMobo, and welcome back to Echoes of the Past. Last episode, Korric came with reinforcements, and they started their assault upon the dragon. Meanwhile, a deadly game of musical chairs was going on inside the torture hut, and Sage, with the help of Rhea, managed to break free. But sadly, couldn't really do anything, not with the evil, the Mithroon standing right next to her, along with Pete. And if you remember, Pete died a while ago.
Fun fact, he's supposed to be dead.
But he is walking around. However, he does have a strange symbol upon his head. As the game of musical chairs went on, Korric and the wild pack of wolves kept their onslaught with the dragon. Then the governor made the mistake of questioning the Dark Ruler's power and is now just being picked up and practically just being punted around by the silver dragon that's outside. Everyone got freed. And Sage, Riku, and Gramil started making their way towards the door while Rhea and Kyrish are waiting by the area with this strange metal pole that had them all chained. Now, Rhea is going to look between Sage and Kyrish, and she is going to follow Sage outside. Kyrish, what do you wish to do?
Well, seeing as how, last time Kyrish had just told Rhea to bring the dragon in towards him, he's going to assume that she is doing as such.
That's the goal.
He's still examining the pole for any last-minute details that he might be able to figure out.
Right. I mean, Sage is pretty smart. Sage can probably grok that you're planning on using the pole to trap the dragon in place, right?
I think at this point it'd be fairly obvious.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure she could reasonably assess that because it seems logical. Cool. So Sage is, in fact, following out.
Alright, we're going to change things up a bit. The people, the trolls that were bound up, when they were free, they started helping the people that were getting mercilessly beaten. Toon, Bert, and Keith being three of those people. They are being drug away to the side of the room where the bearskin rugs are, just to at least get them away from the center of the building. Kyrish, you stay inside. We're gonna put you, for pretend, we're gonna put you down at the bottom. Oh, that's the governor. Meanwhile,
Wouldn't I be in the middle of the room?
You would be, but I'm kind of making the prisoner, one of the holding cells, the inside, since the main scene's focusing outside.
Oh,
Yeah, don't worry, I got...
At some point, Kyrish is going to pull himself away from the pole and actually notice everyone that is patching up the others, and he's going to call to them and tell them to try and find whatever weapons that they can. they may need them.
The trolls kind of turn around and look at you, look at each other. The one that spoke to Rhea has a very concerned look on his face. Well, not concerned, confused. No weapons here. Chairs
Then
not.
break chairs, get chair legs, something. You don't want to be caught without a weapon if you're going to need one.
He just cocks his head to the side. Splinters not do anything against dragon.
Well, neither will a bare fist, now will it?
He's just going to shake his head and pick up as the others are leaving towards the separate room. He's going to pick up his little buddy and pick him off and carry him off into the other room. Sage, as you rush out with the others, you see a large pack of white wolves running around, swarming, dodging and weaving between wings, a tail, the legs, the claws. You happen to see upon the head 2 wolves. And the dragon constantly shaking its head back and forth. You recognize these wolves. The large one is Cricky. The smaller one is Appa. And amidst the chaos, you see Mushu in between yourself and the animals fighting. And you see Mushu trembling.
Like spell effect trembling, or like doesn't know what to do trembling?
More like trembling with rage. This is a very angry dwarf.
Angry small man. Small angry man. Got it.
And Korric, you would be able to see this as well. You both see Mushu start to grow bigger. And bigger. As he starts to grow larger, you see his hair fall out. The clothes meld into shiny chitinous plates. And from his sides, it looks like small spikes, and then you realize as the top of his body starts to fall forward, those aren't spikes, but they're extra legs. And in a few moments, where Mushu used to stand is now a large blue iridescent centipede.
Oh. Sure, that's normal. This is fine and normal and good.
There is angry hissing coming from the centipede. Kyrish, you would be able to hear this hissing amongst the growls of the wolves, the grunt of the dragon, and the thudding from the governor. Roll me an intelligence check to see if you can discern if it's your centipede or not.
10.
You stop what you're doing and you look around, confused. You remember dismissing your centipede. after or before you left the hut the first time. So you're very confused on why you're hearing it outside.
That's odd. I could have swore I got rid of that.
You feel confusion through your bond with Lux as she slowly nods her head. Yeah, you did.
Well, then, what is that?
She brings up her tail with a little wave, like a snake shrug.
Interesting. Well, I'm sure it can't be much worse than a dragon outside. He's going to go back to what he was doing.
Oh my god. Korric, I am going to need you to roll me. Pick a number between 4 and 12.
9.
I need you to roll me 17 D8s.
What?
79.
After seeing Mushu transform into this large centipede, Sage, you finally take notice of the state of the dragon. It's not bleeding very heavily, but there is enough scratches and bite marks and some tears on the wing that some blood has fallen into the snow below, but this beautiful silver dragon is now stained with its blood, giving it almost an unsettling look of war paint. And you see the wolves' mouths and paws are also covered in blood. These wolves have been putting in some work. And then you see Korric and Solus standing on the far end near the trail to freedom.
Thank God they're alive.
Korric, since you have been in combat with the dragon since before, you will begin the round, and then Solus will follow after you. I need everybody to roll me initiatives.
8.
Physical dice are not happy with me today. 4.
Combat begins with Korric and Solus. What would the two of you like to do?
I guess I'll do Call Lightning.
Who are you doing it on?
The dragon.
Alright. Let me look that up real quick. Alrighty.
Death to the dragon. Oh, no, not death. Phylactery death? Sorry, too enthusiastic over here.
Good save.
The air starts to crackle, and everybody with hair can feel it start to stand up, and
So Kyrish feels nothing.
pretty much. And the atmosphere, it almost feels like it's becoming
was wrong.
heavy. It feels like you're getting squished, and all of a sudden Korric reaches his hand up and a bolt of orange goes up into the sky above, and almost immediately orange lightning comes crashing down upon the dragon, who manages to slide over just barely, getting hit by the full arc. However, as the lightning comes down and hits the ground, steam starts to arise from the heat of electricity. As the go ahead and Korric, roll me 3d6.
10.
Orange lightning arcs up the dragon's body. Appa and Cricky feel it coming, and they manage to do almost like a bunny hop as the arcs of lightning travel over its head, and once they diminish, they land and they continue their assault upon the dragon's face. However, God, I am dropping everything today.
It do be like that some days. It's okay.
However, with the electricity, it sends the other wolves flying back a little bit.
Not the wolves.
However, you hear the nice, disgruntled pain of someone getting electrocuted as the governor drops into the snow, and you can see him twitching as tiny sparks of electricity are going across the back of his armor.
Sounds sadistic to say, but feels good, man.
What is Solus going to be doing?
So we'll have him come up and try to bite the ankle, I guess.
Alright.
Or hold on. Can he leap and try to like tear the wings so the dragon can't try to fly away? Tear the membranes?
Yes. He would have to do a jump check to see if he can reach, and then the actual attack.
Got a 9 for jump.
Alright, roll to see if he hits the attack.
So would that be a weapon?
Yes.
Okay.
And it should be a bite.
Yeah. Single attack. No. 11.
Solus runs up and the snow's not hard enough on top, but for when he jumps, it kind of sinks a little bit lower, and he just misses the wing, and he tries to stretch his neck out to try and take a bite out of it, but his teeth just miss by a few inches, and he lands, sending a small poof of snow up into the air. It is now Cricky's turn. Cricky is going to let go of the ear and Sage, you can't really see this, but Korric, you can. You actually see her when she goes down on the head. You actually see small... At first you can't see it, but after a few moments, it almost seems like the dragon is crying blood. But you realize that Cricky has her claws dug into its face. And not only just outside, but Kyrish, you feel this too. You feel the temperature drop. And Korric, you see what seems to be like snow forming around her mouth. And as she growls, she opens her mouth and just a storm of icicles come out from her maw. And let's see. Who's feeling lucky?
Not me.
Don't look at me. I ain't never lucky.
Me neither. Mine are also not very good.
Alright, Glen, out of process of elimination, looks like you're choosing odds or evens.
Evens.
Oh, no.
That is indeed an evens. As she breathes upon the dragon's face, with it being so close and getting the full brunt, you actually see the dragon's mouth actually freeze shut. Need roll for damage. Should have been up. There's the other d6. The dragon starts whipping its head harder and harder. And Sage and Korric, you can see Appa struggling to hold on as his claws are not as developed as his mother's. So you'll see his back end kind of rise up in the air. But he still doesn't let go. The wolf pack is struggling. They all stagger to their feet and they kind of look at the dragon and they crouch a little bit. And they start circling the dragon, looking for some sort of opening. After that is Grameel.
Aren't we supposed to not kill the dragon? Has that
Don't
changed?
kill it. Don't kill it. We have to get it to Kyrish. He has the sword.
Then why isn't that golden motherfucker out here then?
I don't know. He has a plan with the pole to immobilize it. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get this whole thing inside.
Probably not. Unless we get it to manage to rip open the roof.
If you have a plan, be my guest.
Maybe. Should have something around here somewhere.
And he's gonna start rummaging through his pockets. And he pulls out a rope. Looks at it. Looks up at the dragon. Raises his eyebrows, has a satisfied look on his face, and nods.
Well, as the phrase is, you can lead a camel to water, but you can't make it drink. I think the same rule applies here. Let's lasso up us a dragon.
And he's going to make a wide berth around the dragon. Wide berth. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20. Wide berth around a centipede, Mushu. All the while keeping an eye on the wolves and where the dragon's head is as he starts tying his rope. After that is Riku. Riku stares at the dragon, stares at Mushu. Well, only thing... I'm definitely out of my league. I have no spell energy. Still pretty banged up from last time.
And get yourself to safety.
I'll make sure Kyrish doesn't kill himself.
Good plan. Please be
And
safe.
she's going to backpedal back into the house. And just keep an eye out, like having her head kind of outside the door a bit. After that is the pup squad.
Pup squad!
The pups are standing far enough away and they see Appa up top. Omi and B are watching Appa. Teep and Soot are watching Solus. But Mavi has her head turned to the new voices. She barks into your direction, Sage, and you see the pup squad -1 start to walk over. Where, without a question, Mavi kind of hunkers down a bit, goes in between your legs and rises up. And Teep does the same thing with Rhea.
Wolf! Wolf mounts! Wolf mounts!
And beat Omi and Soot.
I love this.
Stand to either side. So Omi is staying on your left. Soot goes to your right. And Beat is in front. You aren't familiar enough with animals to understand what they're doing, but you can feel that their body, well, at least Mavi's body, is tense. But you're not sure if it's to flee or to fight.
Not good with... Not good with... Oh! New spell. Okay.
However, we move on to Kyrish.
I didn't do it.
It is your turn.
I probably didn't do it.
Not yet, anyway.
Not yet, anyway.
Oh, I definitely didn't do it then. Do I find, or can I roll to find any way to remove this pole from the ground intact?
Roll me a search check.
Okay. Let me actually get into my Skittles. Skittles, please. Cooperate. Thank you. 6.
You look at the pool and you just see it descending into the floor below. You can't tell where the base is, for the wood is perfectly flush. Oh, I'm sorry. You see the... It's not a wooden floor. My bad. You see the cement floor is flush with this metal pole.
Okay. Then I'm with what looks like to be very minimal time. I'm going to position myself by the gramophone. I'm gonna position myself by the gramophone, ready to hit the button.
Now, Kyrish, your footsteps, your stride, are they the long ones like before where you're in a hurry, or are they normal paced?
Normal paced.
You're about 5 feet away from the pole, and you hear a clinking sound, and then a thud behind you.
I turn to look at it.
From the smooth metal pole, one pair of shackles for the wrist and for the ankles have been released and are lying on the floor.
Are they just lying there? They're not doing anything?
Yes, they're just lying there.
I'm gonna
I don't-
slowly, inch my way towards the pole. Do they react in any way?
As soon as you remove your foot off, as soon as you lift your feet away, there's another clicking sound and the shackles are retracted into the once again smooth pole.
I'm sorry, did I say away from? I meant towards.
Oh, I actually heard towards.
I'm sorry.
Like you were moving towards it, yeah. Away from the spot you're at to the pole.
Yeah, so they went away because I got close to it?
Maybe.
Question mark? Okay. I think I get it. Okay.
I don't.
Okie doke. We shall continue. He's still going to go over to the gramophone and
Do
be
you
ready.
do you watch? Do you walk to the gramophone facing it, or do you walk backward to the gramophone watching the pole?
He's probably... He's facing the pole at first, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to take a few steps backwards before actually turning around to walk towards the gramophone.
As you walk backwards, you take one step with your foot, there's a click, and you see the shackles being released off the pole and laying on the ground. Do you continue to back up?
What do you mean by they're released? Like they're still attached to the pole?
I mean, via the chain. But the shackles,
Yeah.
they're still attached to the pole via the chain, but the shackles are laying on the floor.
Okay. So as I move away, they come out. As I'm moving away.
So you continue backing up away from away from the pole, and as you move your foot again, there's another click, and you see the shackles being retracted into the pole.
WTF? So if you... What?
It's a proximity trigger. After Kyrish is Sentimushu. And even though it's deep snow, he's very quick. He slides atop the snow like it's glass. He goes past the circling, he weaves in between the circling wolves. He gets on the tail
The wolves.
and he gets to its mid back when the dragon starts to shake and you hear angry chittering and hissing. And the dragon starts kind of lifting its back legs a little bit, trying to shake whatever this thing is on its back, trying to get it off. After Sentimushu is Sage.
Yes! Finally! I'm so ready. And by so ready, I mean, honestly not sure what I'm gonna do. Has the wolf carried me anywhere, or am I
No.
just still there? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if I tell it, can you get me closer? Does it understand?
Mavi kind of turns her head a little bit back towards you. With a very serious look in her eyes, she gives a short nod. She gives a small bark. And the remaining 5 pups start to slowly march forward. But they stop at the outside of the circling wolf perimeter.
That's alright. That's still within 30 feet of the dragon. And baby, that is all I need. Sage is gonna wind up, stretch the shoulders, almost like drawing back a bow with this arcing electricity between her hands. And slam the backhand forward into the other and send that lightning bolt off.
Everyone feels their hair, except for Kyrish, start to stand up on end, and the air start to squeeze you a little bit. And Korric, you'll be able to see this, but you see Sage kind of riding atop one of your nieces, and you see her almost draw an invisible bow, and purple magic starts forming into her fingers, and that energy mist turns into lightning, and as she releases it, she sends it straight into the dragon. The familiar lightning feeling, Sage, you're able to see Cricky and Appa kind of turn their heads a little bit and wait at the last moment as purple electricity arcs, and as they jump, the electric passes underneath them, and they settle once more. Where's the other wolf?
Does the dragon save?
No.
Yes! So I rolled 66, which on average is 36. I only got a 21.
Oh.
But it's 21.
Alright. The dragon shudders with pain. And rises and starts to kind of flick its tail around.
Worked! Ha! I think it's angry now.
The dragon.
Somebody wanna lasso the dragon? Guys? Lasso the damn dragon!
The round restarts with Korric. Korric, you put your hands atop the snow, and Oric, oh my god, orange magic goes into it, and the dragon is still trying to get the intruders off of its back and its head, and it doesn't realize that the wintry foliage is wrapping around its legs, and you see vines and roots come up from the snow and wrap all 4 of the dragon's limbs. It is Solus's turn.
We're gonna try to repeat what we attempted to last time. See if he can't get it this time. Probably not.
Same jump check.
Same jump check. 9 again.
Damn.
Yep. And then the weapon. 27.
Nice.
Hey. Shit.
It's a good one.
Solus tries to jump up again, trying to get better footing. He doesn't manage to jump to the fullest, but he manages to twist himself around to where he can actually get a good chunk of the wing in his mouth. And it's not just the sinewy tissue, but it's also one of the cartilaginous spines that help stabilize the canvasy tissue. Roll me damage.
Yes. Yes.
How do I do that again? Damage roll. Never mind. I see it.
Oh, come on.
9.
Whole fat 9.
Yeah.
You do notice, however, from the last time, ice doesn't emanate from Solus's bite. There's no markings or signs of ice damage. Just the dragon bleeding very heavily from being bit. It is now Cricky's turn. And she is going to wrench her head back and forth.
I wrench my head back and forth.
And the dragon, there is a muffled roar of pain. And the dragon flaps its wings. The wolves on the left side over here just get spattered in blood and tries to stomp but realizes that it's stuck and begins slamming its tail upon the snow, sending tufts of basically creating a mini snow blizzard with the snow falling from its tail slabs. Korric, you can see that the dragon is in so much pain is because not only is Cricky biting into it, but you realize that it's only half attached.
What's only half attached?
Her ear.
Okay.
Well, the dragon's ear.
Oh, okay, we're good. Still, ow, poor guy.
After Cricky is the pack of wolves. And they're going to get a little bit closer, realizing that the dragon is a lot safer to approach now. Gramil is going to... Korric, you're finally able to see Gramil start walking up. And you see him throwing a rope in circular motion around his head. And Sage, you can only see Gramil just kind of waving a rope in the air, but Korric, you can see the determination in his face. And even though he's bloodied and bruised, just like pretty much everyone else, he leans back and he lets loose this looped rope fly.
Come on, homie.
Does he succeed?
Mercy of the dice here.
He deed and does.
Yes!
The rope flies over the dragon's head, over Appa, over Cricky, and lands on the neck. And what he didn't expect was Sim to start being slowly dragged forward.
Oh, uh-oh.
You can see his heels start digging into the dirt or the snow as and he's slowly starting to get buried in snow as his attempts to not be pulled forward is being slowed by the massive snow mound.
Rhea?
And the wolves kind of see this and they kind of body block him, and as gently as they possibly can grab Gramil by around the shoulders, and his being pulled forward is greatly slowed. But you can see even these two wolves are struggling. Riku pulls her head in. Oh, Kyrish! Gramil got the dragon! He has a rope around its neck, but he has it! And she's going to give you the rundown of the battle scene.
So, absolutely no one paid attention to a word I said.
Well, okay,
Wait. I'll be
Kyrish, Kyrish, and she's going to stand in front of the door with her hands on her hips, as intimidating as she can look, as a bruised purple frog. What do you think they're trying to do? They're trying to get it to at least be able to pull it over here.
If they have it roped down, move out of the way!
Kyrish, that is an adult dragon outside. Gramil is not going to be able to pull it by himself with a simple rope.
Where's Rhea?
I guess guarding Sage, they're kind of sitting on wolves. I don't know. But I'm getting the heebie-jeebies, and I don't know. I don't like that. Because I only get those when something bad is about to go down.
Lovely. Alright. What are we doing then?
Well, what else do you need to get your pole trap thing set up?
I think it's already set up, and he looks back.
But where are the
It's an odd
chains?
contraption. One has to be near it. I think it might be pressure plates or something? I'm not really too sure yet. Every time we get near it, the chains come out, but... By the way.
Oh, okay. And she is going to hop over to the chairs, and she's going to start picking them up and just throwing them as close as she can to where the pole was. And with how old these chairs are, as soon as they hit the floor, they just shatter. And after 3 chairs, she is panting and grabs a couple pieces of wood in her arms. About how far away did the chains come out? If it's a proximity thing.
How far away did they come out?
5 feet.
About 5 feet or so, so it's going to have to be very close.
Oh, okay. And she's going to kind of guesstimate and like take small steps, and as soon as the first chain is released, Oh, interesting. And she's gonna lay a piece of wood on the floor, and she's gonna take her foot off it. Ooh, and it stays. And then this is the same as she's going to, like, run around in a circle. And there's just a series of clinks and thuds and more clinks. And as the chains are released and reattached. Ooh, okay. And
You see how this could be beneficial then?
oh, indeed, but it might as well be helpful to have the change ready instead of just waiting for it to then be ready. So, go break some chairs, and let's throw some wood down. After Riku is the pup squad,
Top squad.
and they are going to tentatively take a step back. Well, they're going to start walking backward away from the fray. After that, Kyrish, you suddenly feel like you're being watched.
Uh-oh.
Gonna take a second and look around.
The only other person is a very excited Riku, placing down wood upon the sensors. And she looks up, notices your gaze. You okay there, Kyrish?
Could be magic.
No, I don't think so. Interesting, you didn't feel that.
Feel what? Oh, god damn it. Feel what?
There was something watching you.
She hums, looks around. I don't think so.
Do I notice anything?
Roll a spot check.
14.
You look into the darker corners of the room, which is pretty much where the chairs are and where the door is leading into the cells. You think you see something move, but you can't 100% say yes or no to it.
Interesting. I'll worry about it later. Let's just get this done.
Oh, okay. That's when you smell it. The scent of fresh decomp.
Pete.
He's still here.
What do you mean?
Pete. He's still here.
I thought Sage said he got teleported with him.
He's still here, Riku. He's gonna take another look around.
When you turn around, you see the bottom of Pete's boot exiting through the hole in the roof.
There's a hole in the...
Remember
Okay.
last time when
Yeah.
Sage and Korric. You know what? Roll me spot checks.
Captain. 24.
20.
All right. You both see out of the corner of your eye, because of the stark color difference, you notice Pete's form coming out of the hole in the roof of the torture hut and jump down.
Like down onto the battlefield?
Yes.
Yep. Ah, fuck. Shit. Korric! Keith! You see that?
I'm Gramil, goddammit.
Where the fuck is Keith?
Inside, he got beat to a bloody pulp.
Sorry!
And then used that bloody pulp to kill the thugs.
Whatever the fuck your name is, Pete's behind you!
Yeah, okay. Oh. Oh, fuck me.
Can Sage use Sage's sageness to get Rhea to go help Grimiel?
As you turn to look at Rhea, you notice that Teep is shifting uncomfortably. And the other wolves are starting to pick up on it too, giving her a strange look.
Oh, fuck.
Kyrish, roll a strength check to see if you can pull yourself up out of the torture hut hole.
Oh, dear God. Oh, see how badly I failed at this. 11.
Oh.
You go up and jump up and you try to pull yourself up. And as you're struggling, you think to yourself, maybe I should have, used my leg as well as my arms. Sage and Korric, as Pete is landing, you see Kirish's head and arms appear above the hole, and you see him struggle busing to get his way out.
God damn it.
All aboard the struggle bus, choo-choo.
No.
Mushu is going to detach himself from the back, and he's going to scurry up the rest of the back. Korric and Kyrish, you would be able to see that Sentamushu starts spiraling himself around the dragon's neck. And then Korric, since you're closest, you're able to see the centipede start to tighten and dig his little arms, his little legs, inside the dragon's neck. But you see the dragon, the three of you can see the dragon not fully relax, but his head dips down. Sage, you feel off. Your back begins to burn, but so does the necklace that Holly gave you. But it's not a painful burn. It's more of a warming, like sitting in front of the fire.
What the fuck? This is new. Oh no.
And you feel that warmth start to get rid of the burning upon your back.
That's new. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
Mavi, Omni, and Soot look to Rhea, and they lower their tails, flatten their ears, and start to growl. Teep looks very uncomfortable, and as he turns, Rhea is sitting limp upon the wolf. Teep looks very nervous and uncomfortable, his ears constantly twitching, his nose twitching. And Sage, the back of, well, not Sage, everybody except Kyrish can feel the back, their hair start to stand on end, but you realize that no one's casting any magic. There's no electricity. Sage, I need... Actually, no. Let's see if the wolves can dodge in time.
Oh no.
They can. The 4 wolves on your side, Sage, leap back, and Teep kind of sits down so Rhea falls off and leaps towards you guys. Circles with his brothers and sisters and whines slightly as there is a flash of black lightning. And where Rhea was laying in the snow, there is a black bubble emanating from this black lightning.
Hmm. Can I clock what's happening here? DM?
Yes, you can, as it is now your turn.
Like, is it a free action to roll a quick, like, Arcana or something and be like, what's happening? Hello? What's going on?
It won't be your full turn, but go ahead.
What's 17 plus 9?
26. You realize that Rhea is in some sort of holding bubble. Most likely a protection of whatever bubble. But there's only one person that you know with this type of colored magic.
Shit. Damn it. What the ever living. God damn. Alright. I'm angry. Sage's so angry. God damn it. Dispel magic. It's my turn. Get your hands off her. Get.
Purple energy flows around your hands, and as you go to almost make a snatching motion towards Rhea, the black magic bubble absorbs it.
I'm trying to dispel the bubble.
You can't dispel a magic bubble with protection from good.
Okay. I'm going to use Quicken Spell, cast Message. Kyrish.
Okay.
And say, Kyrish, we've lost Rhea to some kind of protection spell against good. I don't think we're gonna be able to get the dragon inside. You might have to bring the sword out here.
He just sort of nods. Right. Good thing I have the sword then. I didn't think you lot would bring it back, but let's see if we can
Sorry.
do this.
No plan survives contact with the enemy.
As this is all happening, Kyrish is just like he's observing everything that's happened so far.
You see
Yeah.
You see Korric standing back behind the perimeter. I can actually move you up here now. You see Korric about 10 feet from the line of circling wolves. You see Gramil, which is being held by two wolves with his arms in their teeth, trying to pull. Gramil has a hold on this rope, trying to pull the dragon towards the hole in the torture hut. You see the governor lying forgotten in the snow, soulless, standing beside him and underneath the dragon's wing with a mouthful of wing tissue in his mouth. You see Cricky and Appa atop the head, Cricky violently trying to rip the ear off. You see a light blue centipede with white accents tightening its hold and digging its little legs into the dragon's neck. You see the dragon, its 4 feet are entangled with thick roots and vines, and you see that it's getting tired. Its head is lowered, not to the point where you could jump up and reach it, but its neck isn't tall and straight and proud like a normal dragon's is, but it's slumped over. Its tail is flicking in an irritating manner from side to side, and you see Pete standing in front of you, but as you continue looking, you see Rhea and a black little bubble connected to what looks like to be black electricity, with Sage riding atop one of the pups and the other 4 pups standing protectively around her.
Sage is very much worried about this shit.
As you get off and go forward, the wolves whine with worry, and they try to stop you by kind of like putting their heads like in front of your legs, but they don't try and grab your sleeves or your coat or anything. But as you get close to the bubble, do you touch it?
Yes.
You touch it and you are thrown back over the pups as you have been zapped.
Oh.
And
Don't do that.
Sage...
Oh no.
Hold on. Let's see what you got going on here. You feel much like you did when you played with the one book too much. And you feel slightly tired as you lose 2 of your level 0 spells for the day.
Oh, fuck. Damn, that's only 1 more. Okay. Effectively 3. Shit. Climbs your feet. Rhea! Fuck. Shit.
Rhea starts pounding on the bubble. You can't hear her, but you can tell she is pissed and trying to break out. But nothing happens, and she starts floating upward, about parallel to where the dragon's head would be if it was standing straight.
Oh no. Shit. Fuck. I think that most of Sage's turn is just spent crawling back to the wolves, getting back up and going, panicking, basically. Panicking.
The dragon... Let's see. I need to... The dragon is frustrated and in pain and basically tries to pull up almost like it's about to take off. But you can start to hear the creaking and snapping of wood. And you see that the front legs are free as you hear cracking and snapping, and splinters of wood start going everywhere. And the wolf slams down and does a sweeping motion with each of its claws. These two wolves, Kyrish, you see the dragon's arm fling forward, and you see two of the wolves get flung at a very high speed. And you hear the resounding or reverberating thud of something hitting metal. But you see a wolf fly into Pete, which leaves a small dent in the metal wall. But as Pete gets up, the two wolves do not.
Oh.
When the dragon does the same exact motion with the other claw, these wolves get flung into the woods. There is a sharp crack and a soft thud. The dragon is going to take its tail and is going to do a very long sweeping motion. And the three wolves get back here. They fly over you, Sage.
What?
Do you turn to watch them, or are you still panicking?
I mean, the panic has gone from panicking about Rhea to panicking about the dragon, but it's still very much focused on the dragon. So, I'm not watching though.
Okay, so all you know is you see three wolves fly over you, and their growls, and one is growling, one is whining, and one is quiet. The noises are loud as they approach you, but you don't hear them end when they fall behind you. And the noise just gets further and further away.
That's bad.
Kyrish, Sage. Would your focuses have changed from the dragon at all?
No.
I think Sage is pretty focused on the dragon. Literally just trying to figure out how to get it subdued again.
Okay. Round restarts with Korric. He is going to attempt to try and entangle the dragon again. But the dragon has learned its trick, and as vines and roots come up, the dragon lifts up. And as the roots and vines start finishing forming, the dragon comes down and just crushes it beneath its feet. So this is going to use this opportunity for the dragon to rise as its wing is lowered, and going to try and bite him. It manages to hit. He grabs another mouthful of wing. And goes to take a chunk. And you see right? Yep, that's right. Okay. I can math. You see Solus come down and more blood starts to pour from the wing. After Solus is Cricky. Cricky is going to wrench her head the other way. But with the dragon rising up, it sets her off balance just enough that she can't get the grounding she needs. The wolf pack center in, and they start weaving around the freed legs, trying to bite and claw at it.
Come on, guys.
And you
You're
can
good.
see with renewed vigor that the wolves begin attacking, causing more scratches and bite marks upon the legs. Next is Gramil, and he's going to wrap his hands around the rope. He's going to shrug off the wolves so that way they can get him from behind. He's going to put the rope behind his head and he's going to start pulling forward. And manages to stop sliding backward. And Kyrish, you can see the rope actually start to tighten. And that the dragon's head is actually starting to slowly go towards the torture hut.
Some assistance pulling would be greatly appreciated.
Whose turn is it?
It's Gramil's. He's just,
Okay.
talking.
Come on, Kyrish, you're a strong boy.
We'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens here.
Riku is going to come running out. Actually, she's going to rush towards you, Kyrish, and she's going to go underneath your feet, and she's going to hop up, and you can hear a slight suctiony noise.
Ugh.
But you feel yourself not just dead weight hanging. You actually feel yourself almost like scrunching up. Like you're about ready, like you're crunching into a ball. You, maybe easier if you swing your leg up. And she's helping you out. In seeing this, the pups kinda... They surround Sage once more, whining worriedly. And Mavi looks up, and her ears droop. And she whines. She starts barking. The pups look at her direction, and they start whining, but Teep and Omni see Gramil struggling, and they take off, and they use the other wolves as stepladders to help hold on to the rope and start helping to pull with Gramil. And by helping, I mean just hanging there, because they're too short.
They're helping, Choco.
After that, it is now Kirish's turn. To roll to the side and you'll be out of the building.
Yeah, okay. He's going to do that and get himself to his feet.
And you land directly behind Pete, and Riku hops directly to the side of you.
Seeing Gramil needing more strength than what Kyrish probably has in his entire body to hold a fucking dragon,
Fair. Fucking dragon.
He's going to call on Summon Monster again. But he's searching for something specific. Or at least specifically strength-based.
Strunk.
He needs the strong, yes.
The strongest.
He's gonna focus in on that. He knows sort of what he's feeling for, and he's calling on it. And he casts Summon Monster 3.
Yeah! Summon Monster 3.
And he brings forth a celestial bison.
Nice.
A celestial bison? What does it look like?
Oh god. It's a giant blue and white glowy fucking bison. There you go. Well, alright. So, first off, I am telling the bison to go and grab the rope. And wherever Gramil's pulling, it's pulling.
The bison kind of snorts and nods its head and is gonna trot over. This bison with brown fur, but a light blue horn tips and light blue tail tufts, trots over gently, ever so gently, pushes Gramil to the side, takes the rope. Roll me a strength check.
14.
It's not nothing.
He manages to pull strong enough to where the pup squad can almost touch the backs of the larger wolves, but gives enough slack for Gramil to hold onto the front. And basically Gramil is not pulling, but is basically leading the bison on where to go. And you can see the dragon's head actually lower more. Next is Mushu. And Kyrish, you can now identify the sound of the hissing and chittering. And you start to hear, you and Sage can start to hear cracking. And you can't tell what that cracking is. But Kyrish, you are able to see that its neck, basically wherever the little legs are, there are streaks of blood running from it. And you can start to see the blood actually outline some cracks within the scales.
Kyrish, now's probably the time for that freaking sword! I'll take care of Pete!
Thank you! I can't move!
Roll me. The two of you, roll me spot checks.
Oh, you were being so good to me, Mr. Die.
Are you shit? Nat 1.
Oh.
I didn't get much better. 8?
Oh, not much better. Oh, I see.
Well, it's a 3 on the die.
Wow,
You
I gotta...
don't see anything.
Oh, who would have guessed that?
Wow. Everything is fine and normal here, aside from, the dragon.
Everything was awesome.
You are too focused on the cracking of... Is it Mushu? Is it the dragon? Who knows? But you are focused on the cracking. Sage, your turn.
Okay. gonna get the wolf to take me down here-ish, closer to Pete. And reassess my spells. DM, Sage has been fucking around with this possession shit for a while now. Would she know if Dispel Magic do anything on Pete?
You don't know. No one's told you what they've tried and what works and what doesn't work.
Oh shit, that's right. Usually it's me being possessed. Fuck. You know what? Fuck it. That's her first thought. I'm gonna try Dispel Magic on Pete.
Your purple magic goes over into a haze over to Pete and Kyrish. You see that the purple magic,
Are you sure I see it?
considering
That
he's
was
right in
really-
front of you, yes, you would.
I don't know. I net one there, honey.
That was for something else. But you see the Sage's purple magic encompass Pete, and once it dissipates, he slowly turns towards her, and it's very unsettling because it is the exact same way Amora turned when she was possessed, when she wanted to kill you.
Shit, that didn't work. Okay! Quicken spell! New plan! And that plan is color spray.
Your color spray hits Riku and Pete in their faces, and Kyrish, you see Riku kind of just wobble from side to side, rubbing her eyes, and Pete just stand there like a
Sorry,
statue.
Riku.
Friendly fire is a thing!
Sorry!
At least tell me to move!
No time!
She's just going to flip you off.
Sorry. Deal with it!
After Sage's turn is the dragon's turn. And with its claws, it's going to swipe at the wolves in front. And these two wolves, follow their pack into the trees. The tail comes up to the side and tries to swipe at the wolves, starting to make their way towards the rope, seeing what's going on. But it's starting to get tired, and the wolves jump over it with ease.
Yes. Okay.
After that is Korric's turn. He is going to look at the bison, walk over to it, and he's going to touch it, and magical energy comes from his hand, and you see Kyrish, you can see the bison actually grow a little bit. And
Nice.
and its muscles also broaden, and as the orange energy settles down, the bull seems a lot beefier.
Enhance ability! Maybe. I don't know. It's good.
After that is Solus's turn, and he's going to keep going for the wing. But he did not jump high enough or choose a different spot, for he just bites at empty air After that is Cricky, who's going to continue to try and keep ripping off the ear. And
Good
with
girl.
the violent wretch of her head, she manages to rip off the ear. And Kyrish, you see Cricky with a snarl finally finish ripping off this ear, and she actually lets go. And you see the ear flying through the air, and it smacks Pete right in the face, staining his face with blood.
He has a visible look of disdain on his face. He's not happy about a lot of this. Most of any of this.
After that is the wolf pack. The wolf pack, seeing the dragon in its state, starts to back off. They were a full pack strong, and with only 4 survivors, they give a mournful howl, and they flee into the woods.
We can feel bad about that later.
After that is Gramil. He's going to stop bleeding and actually jump onto the bison's back, and he's going to start climbing up the rope. And he's about halfway from where where it's tied to the dragon to the bison's mouth. And Kyrish, you see him jump, kind of like pull himself up on the rope and just dead weight. And you see the dragon actually sag even lower, allowing the bull to actually take this advantage and start pulling to create more tension.
Awesome.
It is to the point where the dragon is actually forced to move its paws so that way its neck is comfortable and the cracking stops. Riku finally gets the dust of colors out of her eyes and shoots Sage a dirty look. After that is the pup squad, still protecting Sage, whining, worriedly scared, and looking quite scared and nervous as Pete just deadly stares at you. Kyrish, it is your turn.
Yes. Let's get this dragon free!
Is it low enough?
If you make a successful jump check.
As he's moving forward, he casts the spell to summon the floating disc in front of him right before he gets to the dragon. Okay? He takes
Platform
a
jump.
two-handed grip on the sword,
Yes!
steps up onto the platform, and jumps up and tries to plunge the blade into the spot. Dun dun dun!
Roll me a jump check to see if you can even
God,
reach that
I
high.
wish there was a way for me to make you roll with advantage.
I
Or
fucking wish. I got 7.
You go to
total?
Yes.
you jump up and
Smack into it.
your blade doesn't even touch the bottom of the ice of the maw.
Vault off the back of the bison.
Right. My melee skills aren't quite. Right. Got it. Will do.
We're trying here, Kyrish. We're trying.
Yeah. So am I.
After that
Fucking
is
hell.
after that is the bison. Roll me that strength check for the bison.
21.
The bison kind of grunts and trudges forward while also throwing its head forward, bringing the head even lower, and Grumil kind of grunts. You see his arms shaking from the pressure, from just the muscle, just the exertion.
Yeah, if you climb on the bison, you should definitely be able to jump from there to the dragon. Swiftly now, may your legs be as swift as your tongue.
Kyrish just gonna cut him a sharp glance.
Grumil doesn't see it as you see his face is tight with pain, and you can see Grumil's body just shake, and from his open wounds you see the blood dripping, and you can see that he is straining very hard. After the bison is Mushu, who readjusts himself upon the neck and tightens even more, and the cracking sound reappears.
It's the
And
ice breaking.
and it's not as angry, but it's still, they're still hissing and chittering, but it almost sounds like a soothing cicada effect, like in the jungle or something.
Listen, we're a little preoccupied with a fucking dragon.
Sage, it is your turn.
Cool. Pete. Stunned or really mad?
Stunned for now.
Cool. That won't last. So, fuck it. Color spray? Again.
I hate you. Oh, fuck.
16 DC.
Riku doesn't
Oh,
have a chance to
I
shield
will
her
go.
eyes.
Riku, get out of the way!
She looks up and sees you forming colors, and she's just going to face plant into the snow.
That works!
And Pete gets a face full of it, and as the mist fades, he looks like a clown, covered in blues and purples and greens. He looks like a clown now. But no matter where the mist fell, the black mark in the center of his forehead is clear as day, almost like it was put on top of the dust. After that is the dragon's turn. The dragon, with it being pulled so far, You hear the cracking and splintering of wood once more, for his back legs are freed, and he doesn't pull away. He just simply lies down. Cricky and Appa immediately jump off and go stand by Soulless. Cricky seeing the governor grabbing him by the back of the neck and just dragging him. So he is in her mouth. Mushu. Sentimushu doesn't let go, but he tightens more. And there is more cracking that is heard. Grameel drops into the snow and just lays there. Kyrish, you can see his fingers just twitching. The Omni and Beat kind of look at Grameel, whine, and lick his wounds softly, and just lay down beside him. The bison still has a good grip on the rope with its teeth and kind of looks to you to see, like, well, what else do you want me to do? It'd be round start with Korric. And Korric is going to, seeing his job is done, he is going to retreat and climb back atop of Soulless, giving the governor a good kick in the head while he does so. But everyone, Riku is going to not pick herself up, but she is going to wrap her limbs around Pete's legs.
Okay.
Kyrish, it is your turn.
He is going to get up after having probably fallen face first into the snow after that abysmal display of athleticism, and try again.
As you approach the dragon's head, you walk past Sentimushu, and you can hear the cracking a lot better now. And you notice that, because you've been around Eastwell enough, you notice that this dragon, not only was it just weakened, but it's almost barely breathing.
Aww.
As I'm passing by, whoever you are, whatever you are, you may want to loosen up there a bit.
Sentimushu looks at you, and you can see the conflict in the light blue centipede's gray eyes. Right? Is this ice gray? Oh, fuck.
Close enough.
Ice blue. A blue rivaling yours, Kyrish, except yours might be the color of the sky, his is the color of ice. A little bit clearer, but you can see the conflict that is swimming in them. But his legs do release from the neck, but he hasn't loosened his grip, body-wise.
Wouldn't expect him to Just don't need to fucking choke this sumbitch out. Oh, is it still alive afterwards?
Yeah, I help him.
You walk up to the head and do you look at its face at all?
Not for very long.
You
I got a
notice
job to do.
You notice that the side of the face is smeared heavily with blood due to its ear being missing, but you notice that its snout, except for two very small holes right above its nostrils, is encased in ice.
Oh, he's suffocating. Oh, I feel horrible.
Well, first things first.
Yeah.
Blade's going in, I think.
As you raise your sword, you notice that it has two different colored eyes. One is green, the other is blue.
DM, what does that mean?
What?
DM, we're too dumb for this.
There is only one person that
Who has green eyes that look... possession? Who has green eyes? Fucking hell.
One green, one blue. One person.
I'm smart enough for this. I remember this. I remember things.
You
It's not
should.
Amora.
No.
Who has green and blue eyes? I remember being told somebody has green and blue eyes. It's fucking Rhea!
If only you didn't fail your spot checks
Shit.
and paid attention to the whining puppers.
Oh no. I'm about to plunge my blade into fucking Rhea.
Well, the phylactery would still have to be inside the head.
But what's it going to do to her otherwise if it isn't?
Well, the sword is specifically designed to deal with phylacteries without killing the dragon. So...
Yes, but if it doesn't have a phylactery, what will it do?
Nothing, I say optimistically.
I don't think that's the case. Oh no.
Well,
Well,
we
it's
worked this
happening.
out. It is.
The color of the eyes don't stop you.
Kyrish, the color of the eyes should stop you.
I mean, he's gonna pause. Yes. Admittedly. But when it comes down to it, Kyrish failed already to do it once. So he's not going to have a whole lot of hesitation in doing what he needs to do. Or what he thinks he needs to do.
Shit. When I was trying to get to Rhea, I didn't look at her eyes. And Sage probably is more focused on Pete than whatever Kyrish is doing.
Yeah.
And Gramil is pretty much is physically exhausted. Like, he probably can't even sit up or turn his head at this point.
The narrative carries on, and we are kind of out of fucking control. Okay,
Yeah.
this is fun because Sage is gonna realize this happened and is gonna be so mad at you. Oh no.
Alright, what do you want from me?
Roll me. I'm gonna give you one last chance. Roll me an intelligence check.
Alright. my dumbass isn't gonna realize anything.
I
7.
No!
This is TDAB we're talking about. He has the worst rolls.
Oh,
No offense.
God.
Sorry, TDAB.
Oh no, no, that is perfectly all right. I know exactly how good a fucking rolls I get.
It's bad. Choco, it's bad.
It's very.
Oh, boy. You really don't... You've seen this eye color combination before, but it doesn't make you pause long enough. The dragon looks up to you, watches the point of the blade, and emits a whine as you plunge it in. And as you do, there is a moss green light that emanates. The blade doesn't go puncture the skin, but you smack it right dab where Riku told you to back in Tarn. And moss green magic covers the dragon. And as you do, you hear 2 sets of screams.
Oh no.
One Sage coming from above and behind you, Kyrish coming from above and in front of you, but also almost directly underneath you, but very, very muffled that only Kyrish would be able to hear. And they are Rhea screams.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
And
That's
there
why.
is
Oh no.
there is a large thudding and the ground shakes. As an identical copy of the dragon that you've poked falls from the sky, creating snow to fall from the trees, to shake, to explode, and have another mini snow blizzard. And as the snow settles,
Fuck.
the second dragon closer to Sage shrinks, and scales become skin, wings retract, claws become hands and feet, the tail disappears, and hair grows back.
No, 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 no. Ah, no.
Oh yes.
Idiots. Oh, we're idiots. We're so stupid.
Kyrish, the moss green magic flows over the dragon, and you can see the runes on the side of the sword start to fade. Almost like watching an hourglass fill the bottom. And one
Don't tell me
rune,
it has recharge time.
the runes disappear one at a time. And once the rune closest to the tip of the sword the moss screen magic fades. The wounds on the dragon healing, for the exception of the wing bites and the ripped off ear. However, the same cannot be said about Rhea.
Oh no.
Because I'm assuming Sage at this point, Fred at this point, that Sage is looking at the shrinking dragon turning into Rhea.
Oh, Sage is trying to go.
The wolves run with you, with Mavi taking the lead, and you notice any injuries the dragon took are identical in place upon Rhea.
I'm so sorry.
And Rhea
Fucking idiot.
is missing her left ear.
We can fix this, Riku. Riku! She's just like on her knees, but like your Azria in her head. It's like this is. Homegirl is expressing emotions.
With the magic, though, sent to Mushu turns back into Mushu, and he is sitting cross-legged, slumped over, head upon his knees, upon the dragon's neck. And Kyrish, you notice that the dragon starts breathing normally again. But you can hear Sage frantically yelling. And there is a soft thud of something falling in the snow as Pete has fallen over and is starting to claw his way towards Sage. However, you all feel like you're being watched. When out from the tree line comes a man. A red man with 6 arms.
What?
Is he late?
He walks forward with all 6 arms crossed. He looks over the scene and he laughs. So you're the mighty Gondra then. My, what a mess you've all made.
Who the fuck are you?
He grins, and it sends a chill down your spine. For when he looks at you, his eyes, where the whites of his eyes should be, are black, but the pupils are white. You've read about him before. You were warned about this man before, but you cannot place a name. You just know that whenever he comes, it is bad, bad news.
Great. Because this day can get so much worse.
Oh, looking about all the blood, it seems you've killed the dragon. Impressive. This is what, the second one you've slain?
I look at Kyrish now like, oh, it's dead?
It's still breathing.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I interrupt your killing blow?
We're not killing it.
Kyrish is going to turn to Pete. How far away is he?
He's about 20 feet. Slowly moving.
Crawling, right?
Yes, because Riku has stuck herself to his legs to where he can't move them.
He's going to walk over with the sword and put it through the base of his spine, like his neck.
You do that, and his arms stop, looks to you, takes one of his arms behind him, pulls up on the blade, and continues crawling forward.
Kyrish is going to raise the blade again then, and slash across, and try and take off his head.
Sage is more focused on red guy. He can deal with that, but
The red man cocks his head and just casually strolls over.
stay back.
He ignores you.
Hey,
Looks at
Please.
Pete.
on her feet now. Readying a spell.
He has his back turned towards you, and you see a spiked tail that is a mixture of red and black scales. He looks down. Roll me a strength check. Roll me an attack, damage-wise for the blade. It'd be a longsword, so that's 1d8.
+6.
You don't manage to fully cut off the head, but you make a nice gash, but he's still crawling. Oh, it's one of his pets. Right. And the red demon guy, Riku, looks up, and Kyrish, you see her freeze in fear, and she lets go of Pete's legs, who promptly tries to get up. And as he gets up, the six-armed man pulls back three of his arms and punches Pete, one in the face, one in the chest, and one in the gut. And as he's lifted and starts to go into the air at the peak of his flight, as he starts to descend, the six-armed guy will snap his fingers and a coagulated blood red portal will open, with Pete falling through it. And then it shuts.
Alright, listen here. You don't get to just walk up like you were some, I don't know, somebody we should know about, somebody we should care about. Take away the Who the fuck are you? What the fuck do you want?
Sage? I admire your courage, but this is not someone you want to piss off.
I realize that this is probably some powerful asshole, and believe me, from what I've heard, I've spent my whole life dealing with powerful assholes. But at this moment, I really am tired of being fucked with. So I would like somebody to tell me who the fuck that is and why the fuck I should be so scared of him, or I'm gonna blast his ass with a lightning bolt.
Go ahead. Try. And he's going to turn around, and the smile he gives you is very unsettling. And it makes you shiver.
Who are you?
At the same time, his low, confident voice mixed with Riku's terrified voice. Hector.
Who?
Wow. The she-elf really wasn't kidding when she said you lost your memories. The six-armed man looks at you. I'm the reason why the gods above couldn't see anything that the Dark Master was doing.
Oh, shit. You're his fucking ally. Damn it, haven't you caused enough? Get!
He will unfold his arms, and you can see that there are white scars upon his body. These scars are change-shaped. Our allies usually chained to walls and sapped of their strength until they're
well.
dead.
Welcome to the club. I mean, we're not dead, but he does seem to have an affinity for chaining people up to walls.
I don't know, I'm feeling kind of dead right now.
Oh, the other screaming she-elf. Yeah, you might want to get her patched up.
I think I must have been hit really bad on the head. I'm kind of missing, like, I don't know how long it's been.
The fire of pain subsides enough for you to locate exactly what pain you're in. You remember exiting the torture hut. You remember wolves coming up to basically be your mounts and personal guard as the fight fought on. And then you felt something weird surround you. Something cold. Something unwelcome. And you felt yourself being lifted up by some invisible bubble. And you saw Sage try to take the bubble away magically, and when that didn't work, she tried to touch it. And you saw her get zapped. And you banged on the bubble. You screamed until your voice was hoarse upon the bubble, but nothing gave. And you saw from above the fight that ensued. But what was also weird is that you felt every ounce of pain. As soon as you got put in that bubble, you felt every ounce of pain that the dragon went through. Every injury. Every time Solus took a bite out of your wing, even though you don't have one, you felt that. You felt every scratch, every bite from the random pack of wolves running around. You felt yourself not being able to move because Korric entangled you in tree roots and vines. And what hurt most of all, Ricky, the mother of the pup squad, Solas's soulmate. Everything, you've lost your senses as you felt your ear being ripped off. You didn't even
check up.
You didn't even feel yourself tumbling through the air and hitting the cold, soft snow. You even welcomed the snow because it took away the burns from the pain.
She's going to check up to the side of her head to see if her ear is actually still there or not.
Her ear is gone.
My ear or the dragon's ear?
Both.
Her eyes are just going to go wide as she's just holding where her ear was, just... oh, that wasn't... fuck was that?
So Sage, standing like basically face to face with a fucking devil or something, is like looking back like, fuck, shit. Turns away from Rhea and goes to the red guy. Will you just leave us alone? We've got shit to deal with.
Oh, I can very much see that. I'm actually quite enjoying myself. Watching...
Piss off!
She said, leave.
He's going to smirk and look at the two of you. And what are you going to do?
That's what they're going to do. Rhea's trembling, try and get up before falling back to one knee at least.
With his soul?
That's what I'm going to do when I get to my feet.
Stay down!
With this sword, I really probably couldn't do much to you, quite honestly. But I have alternatives. And he's going to whistle and point to him, and the bison's going to charge him.
I'm getting out of the way and going to Rhea.
Roll an attack.
Oh, I rolled a fucking 7! What's that, 13?
7 plus 8 is 15.
Plus
The
8. Oh,
6
right.
modifier to bull strength.
Yeah.
The bison charges without a single thought, and it hits, but the bison is actually knocked back a few feet as the Hextor, as he introduced himself, looks down, see that he's gored, simply takes two of his hands, wipes it down with his palm up and swiping down, and the gore marks just fully heal. Interesting.
I'm gonna go to Rhea.
You know, you didn't even ask me what I wanted yet.
I don't particularly care!
If you're here for turkey shit, who cares?
Ooh, so aggressive.
And you blame them after everything we've been through recently?
Hey, Rhea, hey. You just...
You know, the she-elf said that you would be grateful for God's help, but she never said you were so aggressive.
I've never met you in my life.
No, I haven't either. I've only heard from you. Oh, you're not the she-elf I'm talking about. She never told me her name.
But you just explain what you want, and get the fuck away.
I wanted the energy that's in that sword. In return, he'll look over to Rhea. I'll heal your friend.
We need the sword.
Oh,
And something else.
I don't want the sword. I want the energy that's stored within it.
You can't have the enchantment. We need it enchanted.
I don't need healing.
Barely
Yes,
said we
you
I'll be good.
do. They're just like keeping you down. Like, no.
The wolves will hear Sage's voice rise, and they will carefully lay upon your feet, like wherever they can put their head on without actually touching any wounds. I don't want the enchantment. That energy from the phylactery has to go somewhere. And it's in that sword.
Yes, we have yet to take a single one. What are you on about?
He just sighs. The elf goddess gave you a sword to get rid of your phylactery issue.
Right, and you want the stuff that's been stored in it. Fine, fucking take it. Just go away. I'll deal with your ass later.
Gonna give a sharp glance to Sage.
The bigger question is, if you take that, can it still be used to stop phylactery?
Yes, he said he doesn't want the enchantment. Well, he can have fucking energy. Especially if it means he's gonna help us with... She's kind of like gestures to Rhea.
I guess the big question now needs to be asked. This other elf, the other she-elf.
It's probably
what
your
did she
god.
re-
She looks...
He's already mentioned a god. The god and the she-elf I feel are two different things. Did she have blue hair like mine? Or did she have pink skin? Or did she have black wings?
God, we know a lot of elves.
The black wings.
Or
Amora? Jinx.
I guess that's her name.
the jinx doesn't count. I can't hear you on that side due to a missing ear.
You don't get to make jokes about this, Rhea.
I guess that was her name. She did have the black wings after all.
Fine. Take the energy. Kyrish, give it to him.
You're not even going to... This isn't a bait? No, we're just going to give a being who could quite literally squash us with the fingernail.
I didn't say it was a
whatever he
good
wants.
idea. I said to do it.
Kyrish, if he knows and is helping Amora, that energy could help her.
Could. What are you using it for?
The dark asshole bound me and chained me, stealing my god strength for years. I need it back, so I can fight fire with fire. He's going to slowly raise his one arm up and extend it with palm face up and fingers spread. I did help this Amora escape, but when she was freed, she left me in the dust. I can't say where she is now. But she did escape. We escaped that hellhole alive.
Great. So he's an ally, at least for now. Kyrish, come on. I don't want to see Rhea bleed out.
What's the term they say? Better the devil, you know.
Damn it all, fine.
I mean, I really don't need healing. Although I do have to ask, how many intact ribs is someone supposed to have?
Rhea, cut the crap.
Kyrish hands over the sword to Hextor. And you can see the runes from the hilt of the blade, so the bottom, and you see the dark energy of what was the phylactery swirl around the sword and seep into this man's hand, and you can see him grow very large, very tall, basically making Kyrish look short. Any wounds healed. The chain marks gone. The tail longer, losing the spikes, but more whip-like. His body more muscular, and his eyes grow bright. Now that feels much better. And he's going to take the blade and hand it back to Kyrish hilt first.
Great. Just give you steroids.
Now,
Fine. Now heal her, please.
Just a flesh wound.
deal is a deal. And he's going to turn and kneel down by Rhea, and the wolves are going to growl and snarl.
oh yeah, Sage has daggers from her eyes.
And he just looks at them. And the pups instantly lay their heads down, cover their noses with their paws, and fall silent. He doesn't touch Rhea, but he puts his hands over her and he doesn't say anything. He doesn't move his hands. He just looks over her. And the coagulated color hovers over her. I'm gonna need, the ear that's behind you.
What?
Oh. Can
Hang
I
on.
hand it to him?
Give me a moment. She'll reach for it and then just hold up. You'll have to speak into my good ear.
He leans to your good ear side. It's fine.
No. This one. This one holding up. She'll just do a weak smile.
He's gonna take it, and he's had almost like a poker game. No, not like a gambling man that has I have the edge here, and his smile from that turns more into a relaxed, genuine one. You need to be more like her. Always finding the silver lining in a situation. Might help you get the sticks out of your asses.
It's not a silver lining. It's a bad joke. I'm just worried for my friend.
Yes, your
Just
friend.
at the pause. Just at the pause from my... She'll just look to Sage.
Yes, okay, if that's what you want to go with. We'll see about that. And he's going to gingerly have the ear where it was ripped off connecting, and you do see her wound start to heal. As Rhea is healing, Kyrish, you can see the blade's runes slowly start to fill up with the moss green magic.
How?
Give me a moment. Give me a moment.
But why?
Just because I'm
Somehow-
usually seen as evil doesn't mean I have my good moments.
Somehow a rib fixing itself is more painful than a rib breaking.
I'm surprised you're still conscious with, you almost asphyxiated. Between the ice on the snout and, that centipede little man. Very surprised.
I'm extremely stubborn when it comes to death.
Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Let's just say I'm intrigued by your group. Normally I just let things go as they go, as is the rule of the Gons, but Corellan inspired me. And honestly, you guys are fun. Enjoyable to watch. I want to see you succeed. I got something I want. You get something you want.
Once the healing's done, Rhea will just lay back first onto the snow and just close her eyes. You never know how much you miss stereo until it's gone.
What is stereo?
I guess this must be an alien term.
You elves are odd.
You've helped us. In exchange, we've made a deal. The deal is complete. Thank you.
This doesn't damn my soul, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Good, I'm pretty sure my goddess would be quite sad if my soul was damned from all this.
Let's be honest here, Chica. As long as that dark asshole lives, all of our souls are damned.
Let's be honest, Rhea. Our souls are probably betrothed, each and every one of us, to every god in existence at this point.
Yes, but unlike a lot of the other ones, at least mine actually came down in moments of need to me.
Either way, I'll be off. And I'll be watching. A word of advice as well. Caution is good to have.
I got a
However,
question.
being extremely aggressive at first sight can lead you to trouble.
Yes, thank you. I'll just take free advice from a devil.
Well, yes, next time something happens like this, we'll just be more receptive with open arms, you know? Let's have a party next time, eh?
You ignore... He shakes his head. You are a bunch of, how'd she put it? Sarcastic hooligans. Like I said, caution is good. And to be cautious, keep your guard up. But don't immediately turn to aggression. Appearances are deceiving after all.
Yes, whatever. Go play with your newfound power.
You do realize who you're speaking to, right? Aggression is quite literally 50% of what I do.
Ironically, you were the least aggressive in this fight. Not for your own ideas.
Only because that cheap bastard put me in a bubble.
That cheap bastard! Kyrish, how come you... Did you see the eyes? Kyrish, you idiot!
What? Speaking of which, is the dragon dead?
It doesn't matter! He could have killed you!
I mean, it kind of matters if the dragon's dead. Doesn't that mean someone gets their memories back?
Do you have anything else to say to me, Sage? But trying to get what we sought to do done. No matter what I seen or felt.
feel like an asshole. I will apologize later. Right now, just let me be an asshole. Everything is
take-
happening.
If you want to take your aggression out, slap the dead dragon. Or the unconscious dragon, I don't know which it is.
I'm
Kyrish
this
looks
close
to
to
the
slapping
dragon.
you.
Why? What did I do?
Kyrish looks to the dragon. Is it breathing or anything?
It's breathing, and
Okay, I
it's
thought it
trying
was.
to move, but it is still very, very weakened.
He's gonna
Hex.
walk over to it.
Hextor walks backwards, and as he disappears into the line of trees, Rhea, you hear tiny little footsteps coming from the trees.
What are you looking at, Rhea? Look at me. Focus on me while I'm being indignant at you.
I'm hearing tiny footsteps. I'm given Korric's over there. And I'm pretty much seeing all the poppers here. And it's not smelling of shit, so I don't think it's Bert. Actually, where is Bert? Questions for
Footsteps?
another day. Over that direction.
I look at footsteps.
You look? Sage, do you look in the direction that Rhea's looking?
Yes.
You see a little black and white avian coming through the brush. You see it open its beak, but before you can hear anything, Kyrish, the dragon, sighs and opens its eyes, and it is pure white. It's not blind, but it is the pure color of snow.
Is that a What the?
Just about hearing say. Oh, sorry.
Dragon. Penguin. Dragon. Dragon. Penguin.
You see him.
You're the one he warned us about.
Oh, fuck. Mithrin's a liar!
Her good ear will flicker towards Sage's voice.
But the stench of death is gone.
Dragon has the sweetest voice.
I don't know. I'm still smelling a bit of. Hang on a moment. She'll clear her nose of Kenny. And it just went. Ah, okay.
Her eyes will narrow at you, Kyrish. And she'll drag her head through the snow to get a better look at you.
You're the one my sister told me about. Told us about.
Well, you're speaking, so that's grand. Who's your sister?
Ishram.
Of course it is. Yes, she's a good friend of ours.
I would hope so. If she told me to trust you when you came. But shortly after that, the stench of death came, and I can't remember anything after that. So I'm free.
You're free.
Yes, you're free now. Is the dragon, like, still beaten up?
Its wounds
Yeah.
have fully healed, but it only healed the physical wounds. It didn't heal the exhaustion of everything.
Okay, good. I mean, that's not good.
Other
but
than the ear. Other than the
fine.
ear, yeah. The ear is still missing.
That is fine. We can work with that. I do apologize about your. He just sort of puts his finger up to his ear.
I feel that.
Honestly, I don't blame them. I don't remember how much destruction I've caused, but if it was enough to be suffocated and strangled to death, well, it's probably been a lot.
Sorry.
You're a lot more understanding than Easter was when we first got her. Yes, no, that definitely sounds like her.
Do you have a name?
I was about to say, it's rude of me. I am Isolde. Obviously, the ice dragon of our litter.
Did not know you could get different elements in the same litter. That's interesting.
Well, we were born and hatched at the same time. So we've all just become, we may not be brothers and sisters by blood, but we still have that clutch imprint and see each
community of
other's. Yes.
Like a.
Well,
Cool.
it's good to actually meet you as you.
As you.
It was good to have other allies, although. Not gonna lie, I really don't want to experience that bubble again, so please don't do that again over me.
That wasn't us. It was a protection from good spell. I think it probably came from Pete. Or, well, the one
Oh.
killing Pete.
Fine.
No.
Although
why-
on the same time, at least I know now that I'm good.
Well, it's more like we're. I don't. It doesn't matter. There's a dragon. I think that's a penguin. I don't know why there's a penguin.
Wait, you see him? Wait, why is he back? Shouldn't he be?
What?
What?
There's a penguin. I point to the penguin.
Isolde tries to drag her head over, but she gets halfway and she just stops. And when she sighs, a small little snow cloud escapes her nostrils and wanders off through the air.
Oh, cute baby.
Hey, Rhea! I'm back!
How?
And he is
I
going
still have all my
to...
memories. How does this make sense?
He is going to happily waddle trot up to you. Kyrish, you see this now that Isolde has moved her head. You see this little penguin walking up, and you see it give the back of Rhea's hug. Or, I'm sorry, no, because Yeah.
What?
You would see this little penguin waddle up and give the top of Rhea's head a hug. And Rhea, you feel this. You feel the softness of the fur and the warmth of the belly.
I can actually feel that. Thank you. She'll
Um,
just kind of glance to Sage. You said it. You see him.
there's a
Oh,
penguin.
don't tell me.
This
is that-
what you've been seeing?
Really?
Yeah, you fucking assholes!
It speaks. Okay.
I could hear you the entire time!
Whole thing.
Disrespectful motherfuckers, I should have her
How?
kill you all!
I am gonna need to do some reading on this.
I need a drink.
Yeah, me too.
A lot of them.
Maybe multiple.
It wasn't the dragon that broke them, nor the devil. It was the penguin.
Yup.
What the fuck?
Okay. Oh, great dragon. Whose name? I frankly don't remember because I haven't seen it written down yet. Do you need help, or is it better to just let you go do your thing while we go try to make sure everybody else is okay?
I am going to go sleep. Actually, honestly, I may just cover myself in snow and just sleep here.
That is fine.
I would advise against that. I realize it might not be comfortable for you, but you should really seek out Eastrel.
At least let her sleep first. She's been through a lot.
And
We can watch her.
if he finds her again,
Maybe
We'll
kick
stay.
his ass.
I'll stay.
I'll stay too. After all, unlike you, lad, I don't really need to sleep as long.
You need some rest, Rhea. I don't care if
She's-
he healed you.
a dragon, guys. Time is a bit different for them. Yeah?
We can at least stay here a night. The hut is a little bit cursed, but warm. It's a little
A night
drafty
is
now.
one thing, but she goes to sleep and that could be it for 100 years or something. We
Oh.
don't know.
Oh, calm down. We'll wake her up in the morning.
I'd be here for it.
He looks over to the dragon. I suppose the decision's ultimately up to you. If you wish to go to sleep, then we can't really stop you. But if you wish to keep yourself out of his control, then you're going to want to seek the others that are vying to fight against him.
That is true.
Plus, I do believe she said she was looking for her family, for her sisters and brothers. Probably be happy to see you at this point.
I can imagine.
I'm at least going to sleep. So I can at least move. I can't even turn my neck around, let alone my body, to see this mischievous, mythical penguin. Whatever that is.
Trust
You
me,
know,
I'm also feeling you there.
we wish we could know that too, so.
What's the saying? The mind is willing, but the body is weak.
We'll stay
It's
with you.
certainly something.
Well, tell your body to get the fuck over it.
I am gonna try to help Rhea up.
Right, we're going to end up shooting that creature before the end of all this.
Probably.
Joke's on you, I can't die.
Why can we hear him now? This is annoying.
I don't know. Last I remembered, he was supposed to be in my head.
I'll read this. I'll read on this.
Well, he's obviously not there anymore.
Obviously.
It's a shared delusion between us all. Riku.
Ugh.
Riku.
Yes?
Points to the top of her head. You see this?
Holy shit! Is that Mr. Flipple?
Do you see this? It's not a shared delusion. Flipple has somehow found existence.
You've got to be fucking with me right now, right? Think this is a joke? Trying to get us to laugh about what just happened?
I don't think even I'm that smart to do this.
Oh my god.
And you hear muffled screaming from the snow as Kyrish, you can see as Grumio has turned over, face down in the snow, and he is just screaming.
I'd say let's all go get a drink, but the tavern's fucking busted, so...
Tavern's busted? That explains
Yeah.
why. Oh shit, yeah. Forgot about that.
As
And
you
I
are
need to get
talking,
Kyrish to help me with some shit, and I gotta research a fucking penguin.
I get the feeling we're gonna need to talk at some point.
you hear the flap of wings. Very large, very slow flaps of wings.
Go
God,
again.
we're also on edge. Sage is already like, spell time. Where's the
God's eyes up. He's going to ready a spell.
As you look up, you are used to the brown, dull green, white landscape. So seeing the red almost burns your eyes as Eastrel's what
Oh.
seems to be bright red form enters your view and lands.
Well, hell, looks like you don't have to go looking for her.
Huh. That was really good timing.
Oddly convenient. Why didn't you come here earlier?
Hi, Eastrel. Ignore the salty one.
What do you mean? Why didn't I come earlier? What happened?
Family reunion, I guess.
Wish any of us really could quite comprehend exactly what just happened, but suffice to say, we just cut Rhea's ear off and choked her.
It's back.
Her eyes narrow and she looks upon the dragon laying down, and her eyes narrow and small tendrils of flame escape her nostril. Why is a salty missing an ear?
Yeah. Well, same situation with yourself.
Sorry. Actually, no, I'm not sorry. She fucking tried to kill us. I am a little sorry. 50% sorry.
We had some help from a pack of wolves that aren't here right now, but...
I can say for 100% certainty I had nothing to do with this one.
That's fair.
I lost control again, sister. The stench of death came, and when I woke up, you see me as is.
But the phylactery is gone.
Good. Can you move, dear sister?
Not really.
So the phylactery is gone.
The stench of death is not here. Well, slightly upon the bushy-haired, very loud woman, but other than that, not really.
Makes sense. But don't worry. Sage is fine. We have...
Yeah, I have tattoo issues. I'm gonna have to talk to Kyrish about it.
The Eastral will walk closer towards her sister and put her head underneath Isolde's neck and use her body to bring her up and put a wing underneath Isolde's body. Let's get you somewhere a bit more comfortable. Probably the town square would be a little bit better.
I think I would have to spend a day up here. I mean, I was totally ready to, like, camp out in the torture hut, but the town center sounds better.
Where's everybody else?
So, a lot of them are inside. They got beat to shit.
There's a lot of townsfolk here. A lot of them injured.
Right, well, after I get Isolde down, I'll come and pick everyone up.
Wait, how? How did you know we were here?
Well, she will look to Kyrish, and you can see the pain in her eyes. I found Amora.
What
You found her?
happened?
Where is she?
I was flying overhead when she was talking to someone. And I couldn't dive fast enough, but a robed figure came and shoved an axe and a greatsword in the other figure's body.
What?
What?
I don't know the details, but the person that got injured disappeared. And some weird magical bubble erupted from Amora. And she fell unconscious. Amora's not magical, right? Right?
Yeah.
Rhea's
I'm
going
fairly
to
certain
begin
she
to
can use
tremble.
spells.
I mean,
That's
you
what I felt.
didn't see anyone die.
That's what I felt. Aurelian,
What?
my goddess. That's her magic. The moss green. Remember it from when she healed me.
I'm lost.
Yeah, likewise.
She just mentioned 2 figures. One of which was just stabbed. That kind of coloration. I don't know, maybe it's exhaustion taking over.
I'm not following you. Is Amora okay?
He is. When I dropped her off, she was alive. But I went down to Amora and she smelled like him. But she didn't before. And And I knew there was north. You guys didn't come back from fighting Zundis.
Yeah, there was some teleportation shenanigans involved. And apparently a month of torturing that we don't remember.
I felt something off with my bond with the Soldi. There is the normal bond, our clutch bond. And then there's that nauseating feeling when one of us is acting strange. It was Soldi. It was a mix of the nausea and the clutch. And it worried me.
Something weird has happened with him. The fight was impossible when it should have been at least manageable. We can go back to Tarn if you give us a couple days to rest and try to figure it out.
Honestly,
Go back to Tarn? What? Why this push forward?
Got unfinished business in town.
Zundis should have been the most reasonable. Yes, he's a little bit stubborn, but with some evidence and facts, he should have complied. He should have just laid his head down. And
It was like fighting a different dragon, quite frankly. We can figure it out later. Please. We need time.
she will lower her head and Isolde kinda struggles to keep her head up, but is succeeding. Well, I really don't want to leave my sister here weakened. But
Well, unless you can carry her, I don't know if she's going to move.
we'll have to stay here enough for her to get her strength back to fly. And then Bert will be able to get his wish of being able to fly upon the back of a dragon. She takes turns looking at everybody. Why don't we take you on to Gula? You can reunite with the Mora and hopefully be able to keep her for more than a few hours and get proper medical attention there. And then I will come personally help you with Zundis myself.
That sounds well and good, but I'm worried about the townspeople here. I hate to just leave them in the wake of all this destruction.
Yeah, and she's really bad with
Likewise. However, building towns isn't exactly our forte.
And it would be very good to see Amora again.
Let's
Maybe building a
just,
fort. Eh?
let's just see the townsfolk back to the town, yes?
Yes.
We'll go from there. And where the hell is Bert?
I don't know, I was about to ask that.
You see Keith stumble out of the door. He is holding random rags to some of his wounds.
Oh, Bert's probably helping people inside.
That's good to see you're in relatively one piece.
Right, after getting beaten to a bloody pulp and then using that to wreck my enemy's day, yes.
Look, I think I would honestly prefer the physical wounds over the pride wounds I have for missing my chance about twice today.
Well,
It's
the
good to see that
dragon.
you're alive.
Well, the dragon's standing, so at least you didn't kill it.
No, phylactery
No.
free.
Yeah, we're going to keep that from him. Yeah.
What did you do?
A case of mistaken identity will tell you the whole story later. We just need to get everybody back to the town.
Yeah, there we go. That's a good way of putting it. Some of these spells, they really are hard to see through.
Yeah. Speaking as a wizard. Fuck mages.
He his brows furrow and he shakes his head. It's all clear, everyone. Come on out. We'll be fine. Just take it slow and easy. And slowly the people start to come out of the hut, and you see the troll that has spoken to Rhea multiple a time, carrying Bert by the back of his shirt at arm's length, kind of also behind him.
Did he shit himself again? Goodness.
Yes.
Not even a question. That's never a question.
Shouldn't be a question.
But he sleep. Tired from poo and beating.
Ugh, gross. I hate
Yeah, that
it.
sounds about right. We are very sorry, friend.
I was trying to figure out a way to stop the beatings, and an opportunity didn't present itself until several had happened.
Being sheep in wolf clothes hard. Sometimes waiting is best
I think
move.
I just got viciously insulted by a troll. Or he mixed up the idiom. It doesn't really matter. Let's go. Ugh.
He cocks his head. Wolves bad, sheep good.
Oh, see, I
Compliment.
heard getting disguised as a threat when you're just heartless. Also, wolves are bad. I gesture at the wolves. Rude. These are our allies. And the goodest boys and girls.
And some worthy of proper burials.
Right.
Some of them
We can come back. Sage is just gonna start urging people towards the town. We're going. Come
Take
on.
them to the town, everyone. Say to Rhea, I
I'm
will stay here.
Don't be long.
What are you doing, Kyrish?
Well, I can't imagine frozen earth is going to be quite easy to get through, so it might take me a minute, but I'm going to give them some proper burials.
Hey,
Mushu.
burning always works.
Mushu is going to finally come to his senses. I ain't gonna let you do that by yourself. I'm not that mean.
Well, I can at the very least talk to the wolves and see what they want.
Usually when a wolf dies, well, They're left. Meant to be food for the scavengers and all that stuff.
Circle of life kind of thing.
Well, great, then we don't have any fucking work to do.
It just doesn't seem right.
Cricky will whine. And Mushu bows his head. Yeah, okay, Cricky, I get it. But you know, they chose this. It's not like they were forced. And for the first time that you've encountered them, usually Cricky and Mushu are pretty much on the same wavelength, and you know, basically like Korric and Solus, and this is the first time where Cricky actually snaps at Mushu. Her hackles raise and she bares teeth. And she walks off to the nearest corpse and she grabs it by the scruff of the neck and she starts to drag them to the tree line. Her pups, one at a time, will follow suit.
What are the wolves doing? Mushu? Mushu, what are the wolves doing?
Even I don't know. And that is the first time that Cricky has ever snapped at me.
Should we leave them to it? Cat?
We leave them to it.
They've got their own ways. You'll know what's best.
Yeah, but the thing is when Cricky and I started becoming friends, that kinda meant she renounced her pack. So I don't even know what's going on.
I'm sure this is a difficult time for everyone. So just be patient.
Let's go.
Cricky and the pups come out of the woods, and there is one final body. But instead of grabbing him by the scruff, you notice this wolf isn't as white as the others. This wolf is a light gray. A very contrast to the snow around you. You notice that Cricky will put her nose underneath the other wolf's head, and you see her pups bury their noses under various parts of his side and his legs and lift him up enough so Cricky can back up underneath him. And she carries this light gray wolf upon her back. And the seven of them disappears into the tree line. As you all head down to the town, a robed figure enters a room full of jars, cases, boxes, each with a label somewhere And the Dark Ruler sits, staring at a little case.
Well, Master, hopefully this brings you some good news, but the elf goddess is dead. Did it myself.
Out of all the gods you could have killed, you chose the elf.
Yeah, why not? Figured elves had the shit end of the stick for years, so, why not make them even suffer even more by killing their beloved goddess? Figured that would definitely destroy all the elves in Elia. That way we could have them stop revolting and killing our troops.
You realize that's going to give them even more power. You just turned their god into a martyr. You've made my job even harder, Grog. Incompetent idiot. Please tell me that she was at least alone when you did it. And Grog stutters.
No. She was with somebody.
Who?
The escapee. I meant to kill her as well, but when I went to strike, there was a large sphere of magic and I got flown back.
The Dark Ruler turns around, and anger waves off of him with just pure magical energy. You have 5 days to get her back and in those chains. For if not, you're going to meet your beloved mother and father in the afterlife. Am I understood? Grog simply nods and backs away. If you want something done right, you just do it yourself. I'm surrounded by idiots. And he's going to stare back at the glass. The largest glass container that is in the room. Containing a dark figure in robes. The Dark Ruler smiles. At least I can find comfort in you, old master. And the figure in the glass just looks onward, expressionless. Now, the fun part of the day, where I roll a d6.
Oh shit, son.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit, son.
Who is gonna get it?
Not me.
Who is enveloped?
Is now a good time to tell you that I might not be able to make the next 2 sessions?
Oh no. Okay, let's see what your number is.
Big son.
Oh god. Scroll. A 4. Who is the 4? Already taken. God damn it. Alright. Let's try this again. 4. Rhea, you already got your memory. Stop.
I'm getting more memories. I'm becoming more powerful.
3. Oh, I'm so excited. I am so excited. I
Oh, it's
can't
Kyrish.
fucking
It's
wait.
totally Kyrish. It's totally Kyrish.
I had a Kyrish, sure it's Korric.
It's not me.
What was everybody's favorite part of the episode?
Motherfucker.
Realizing the eye thing for sure and being like, oh no.
I mean, I wasn't here for a lot of this session because party, but the whole stubborn Rhea after being injured is fun, and
Stubborn ass.
there is definitely some awkward air now between her and Sage, by the looks of it. So that's going to be interesting to explore down the line. But I've got to say Flibble. Like, I am still curious as to how Flibble is physical now.
Uh-huh. And visible. And hearable.
Yep. So all those things of, yes, I see it. Yeah, Sage also sees it. That's concerning.
That's concerning.
TDAB, did you say your favorite part?
I don't know. It was all pretty shit today.
You had some rough rolls.
Some? I can't even get into it because I have it every freaking turn. I guess having everything turn out semi-well in the end.
I mean, you finally managed to get to use the sword and it actually go off and work.
Sure, we got it to work, yeah. I don't think that's quite how you can call that, but we'll go with it.
I think
Yay.
I think my favorite part of the episode was I don't know. I don't know if it was everybody's aggression towards the new player on the field or their shock of Amora still being alive.
Good shock. Happy shock.
But yeah, that's about it. Thank you all so much for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like down below and comment on what your favorite part of the episode was. Don't forget to scratch that subscribe button and click the bell so you know when the next video comes out. And we will see you all next time.
Bye.
Quee!
Aloha.
Yee-boo.
DMobo out.